I'm Debbie Stark, and I'm with Kirkwood Community College in our Continuing Ed department. And today with me, I have Steve Wilson, who I have known for over 20 years. Steve is an expert in the lean arena. He deals with Six Sigma, continuous improvement, lean, TWI. Today we're going to be talking about his class on TWI. Steve, I'll let you explain what that is, but first tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, your background, and how you got into this.
Native Cedar Rapidian, and so I've been living in the area all of my life. And TWI, continuous improvement, I've been involved in those things, again, for probably well over 25 years. But my introduction came just slowly but surely, working in different areas of operation within different industries, began to get a taste for continuous improvement, and my desire is always to see how we can do things better, and not only practically, tactically, but also with the people. How can people improve? And so as I just began to grow in those particular disciplines, training within the industry really spoke to me, and training within industry is TWI. That started back in World War II. There was a need for a lot of individuals were leaving the workplace and going off to war. So we had a lot of individuals coming into the workplace that had neither been in the workplace before, had not been in manufacturing before, just an entirely new environment. And so TWI was created, and TWI focuses on three primary modules, which is job relations, which is all about how supervisors interact with their people. And so we always like to start with that. The second one is job instruction, which is how do we train, right? We want to have consistency in the way that we train. And again, in that environment back in World War II, we had to train people very quickly and very adequately. And so that came into play. And then the final one is job methods, which is all about how we improve processes. So I'm very excited to be bringing TWI to this environment.
Right, and you talked about what I love about all of this is that no matter who we talk to, what instructor on the whole lean process, it's really about the people.
Yes.
And getting them involved in it. And I love that focus. You talked about three different areas, three different modules. Does somebody have to take all of them, or can they take one or two? How do they decide which one is right for them?
They can take any or all, is how that is structured. If you are supervising individuals, so if you have either direct reports, and in this we define a supervisor as you either have direct reports or you're directing the work of others, right? Okay. So you might not have anyone that specifically reports to me, but I may be leading teams, I may be leading projects. So job relations is, I think is valuable for anybody that is in the work environment, because it's all about how we interact with people and how we develop relationships. I like to say better relationships equal better results. And so if we have better relationships with our people, odds are as an organization, we're going to have better results. So that one, and then job instruction, if you're a trainer or are responsible for training other individuals, that's going to be a primary one. That's going to be a key one that you want to take, because it teaches how we train and how to ensure that that training stays in place and is then able to be replicatable. And then finally, job methods. If you are involved again in improving processes, job methods is all about teaching a structured approach to how we improve processes.
Very nice. And out of all of these, what are they going to take away? So when they go back to their work, their department, their organization, what are they taking with them that they can implement right away?
Well, let's start with job relations. Job relations, they're going to take away how do I interact with my people? How do I get the best results out of my people? And we initially look at that through developing relationships. So that's definitely, they're going to take away the expectations. They're going to take away what we like to refer to as the foundational pieces, which are, well, I won't give them away. I'll give you one. Right? Setting expectations and letting people know how they're doing. That's a key, right? That's going to impact their willingness to work with you if you're not setting expectations and then letting people know how they're doing. So you're going to take away these foundational pieces, but then you're also going to take away a structured approach to solve people problems. Job relations is all about solving people problems. And we look at it from two perspectives. Number one, how do we keep people problems from happening? And those are the foundational pieces that we teach. And then when a people problem happens, how do we resolve it? And how do we resolve it in the best way? And so they're going to walk away with those. Job instruction, you're going to take away, again, an approach to train. How do we train people to ensure that the training sticks? Because all of these too, they all impact retention of employees, right? We've all been trained or been part of a training program where training wasn't just it wasn't very complete and appropriate, and so what happens is people leave. And so this has a great impact upon job retention. And then those that are looking at job methods, that's really they're going to walk away with, again, a prescribed approach. How do we solve our process issues? So each one of these are going to allow you to step away with things that you can implement today, tomorrow, and then further on down the road.
That sounds great. These classes sound like they are for anyone, and I'm going to go with the instruction part of it. And I'm going to guess maybe you don't have to have a formal title as a trainer, but
No.
in some capacity you are trying to give information to somebody else to get them trained up for whatever job they're going to do. So these are great classes. Steve, thank you so much.
Yes.
If you are interested in taking any one of these or all of them, I believe we have a series bundle. Please sign up with the link below, and we would love to see you in the class. Steve, thanks again.
Yes, thank you. My pleasure.